Menopause, memory, and dementia, understanding the relationship. Have you ever walked into a room and completely forgotten why you're there? Or been in the middle of telling a story and the perfect word just vanishes? For so many women in midlife, these moments are more than just frustrating. They spark a terrifying, secret question. Is this just menopause? Or is it the beginning of dementia? You are not alone in this fear, and we're about to break down exactly what is happening in your brain and give you the clarity you need. This feeling, often called brain fog, is one of the most common and unnerving symptoms of perimenopause and menopause. In fact, some population-based studies estimate that around 2/3 of women experience these cognitive changes, making it an incredibly shared, yet often silently endured, experience. You might find yourself misplacing your keys constantly, struggling to concentrate on a task that used to be simple, or having trouble recalling the name of a person you've known for years. These moments can be jarring enough to shake your confidence and plant a seed of real fear. You start to doubt yourself. It is a fear amplified by the staggering statistic that women make up roughly 2/3 of all Alzheimer's patients. So, the question that sits in the back of many minds is a heavy one. Are these frustrating memory lapses a temporary symptom of a natural life transition? Or are they the first sinister whispers of a neurodegenerative disease? We're here to answer that question. We'll explore the science behind why this happens, clearly draw the line between menopausal brain fog, and dementia. And most importantly, give you a toolkit of strategies to protect your brain health for the long term. This is about moving from fear and uncertainty to empowerment and proactive care. The why, unpacking the neurological impact of menopause, the explanation to understand what's happening. We need to stop thinking of menopause as just a reproductive event. Groundbreaking research from neuroscientists like Dr. Lisa Mosconi and others is reframing menopause as a neurological transition. Your brain isn't just a bystander. Its function is deeply intertwined with the hormonal shifts that define this life stage. And the star player in this story is estrogen. We've known for decades that estrogen is crucial for reproduction, but it is also a master coordinator for your brain. It has a profound neuroprotective role. The brain is packed with estrogen receptors, especially in critical areas for memory, mood, and high-level thinking, like the hippocampus and the prefrontal cortex. So, what exactly does estrogen do for your brain? First, it supports brain energy. Your brain is an energy-hungry organ, consuming about 20% of your body's fuel. Estrogen helps brain cells efficiently use glucose to create energy. When estrogen levels fluctuate and decline during perimenopause, the brain's ability to metabolize that glucose can drop. Dr. Lisa Mosconi's imaging studies have vividly shown this, revealing that brain energy levels can dip in certain areas as women go through menopause. This energy deficit is a key reason you might feel that mental sluggishness or brain fog. Your neurons are literally running on less fuel. Second, estrogen acts as a master connector. It helps neurons grow, form new connections, a process called neuroplasticity, and communicate effectively. It influences key chemical messengers, or neurotransmitters, that regulate your cognitive and emotional world. This includes acetylcholine, which is vital for memory, serotonin, which governs mood, and dopamine, which is tied to focus and motivation. When estrogen declines, the regulation of these neurotransmitters can be disrupted. This may help explain not just the memory lapses, but also the mood swings, irritability, and lack of focus that many women experience. Third, estrogen has a natural anti-inflammatory effect in the brain. It helps keep the brain's immune cells in a calm, housekeeping state. As estrogen levels fall, these cells can become more prone to activation, which may contribute to a state of low-grade neuroinflammation. This inflammation can interfere with how well your neurons function and add to that feeling of cognitive fog. And finally, research suggests estrogen plays a role in protecting the brain from proteins associated with Alzheimer's disease. Studies in the lab and in animals suggest that estrogen may help the brain clear out harmful amyloid, the protein that clumps together to form the infamous plaques found in the brains of Alzheimer's patients. The decline in estrogen may leave the brain more vulnerable to the buildup of these damaging proteins. So, when you struggle to find a word or forget an appointment, it's not a sign that you're losing your mind. It's a real biological process. Your brain is undergoing a profound recalibration as it adjusts to a new normal. The fatigue, hot flashes, and sleep disturbances that are also common in menopause affecting a large majority of women only add to this cognitive burden by increasing stress and disrupting the restorative processes of sleep. It's the perfect storm for feeling like your brain is wrapped in cotton wool. The critical difference: brain fog versus dementia. the reassurance now for the most important part of this discussion. The part that addresses that core fear. How do you know if what you're re-experiencing is menopausal brain fog or the beginning of dementia? While some of the symptoms can look similar on the surface, their underlying nature and progression are worlds apart. Let's draw a very clear line in the sand. Menopausal brain fog is best described as temporary and often reversible. It's a collection of cognitive symptoms including difficulty with word finding, especially nouns, short-term memory lapses, like forgetting why you walked into a room, trouble multitasking, and a general feeling of mental slowness. It is incredibly common, affecting a majority of women during the menopausal transition. Typically between ages 45 and 55, the key characteristics of brain fog are: it's context-dependent. Brain fog often gets worse with stress, poor sleep, or during intense hot flashes. When you get a good night's sleep or feel less stressed, you might notice your thinking is much clearer. It's inconsistent. The symptoms tend to come and go. You might have a few bad days where you feel completely scattered, followed by days where you feel sharp and on top of your game. It does not affect core function. While frustrating, brain fog doesn't typically stop you from performing daily activities independently. You can still manage your finances, drive safely, and solve complex problems, even if it feels a bit harder. Your fundamental skills remain intact. It stabilizes and improves for most women. Brain fog symptoms tend to stabilize and often improve within a few years after their last menstrual period as the brain adapts. It's a phase, not a permanent decline. The good news is that it's usually temporary. Dementia, on the other hand, is a general term for conditions like Alzheimer's disease, characterized by a progressive and persistent decline in cognitive function. This is not a temporary state. It is a disease process that worsens over time. The key characteristics of dementia are: it is progressive. Unlike the fluctuating nature of brain fog, the cognitive decline in dementia is steady and relentless. Memory loss and other symptoms will get progressively worse over months and years, not better. It impairs daily life. Dementia eventually interferes significantly with a person's ability to live independently. This can include difficulty with basic problems, getting lost in familiar places, repeating questions, and struggling with tasks like dressing or cooking. It involves more than just memory. While memory loss is a hallmark, dementia also affects other cognitive areas. This can include changes in personality, social withdrawal, impaired judgment, and problems with communication. It is not reversible. The underlying brain cell damage in dementia is, at present, irreversible. While treatments can manage symptoms, they do not stop or reverse the disease itself. So, let me be very clear. You are not alone in this experience. Feeling forgetful or foggy during perimenopause is normal. It is a valid, real, biological experience driven by hormonal changes. For the vast majority of women, these cognitive hiccups are not an early sign of dementia. The fear is understandable, but it's crucial to separate the common, transient symptoms of menopause from the progressive nature of dementia. While symptoms can seem alike, researchers note that long-term studies are still needed to fully understand any lasting implications. Reinforcing that for now, they are seen as distinct issues. The fact that women are more likely to develop dementia is a serious issue, and the loss of estrogen after menopause is increasingly implicated as a contributing factor. But a contributing factor is not a direct cause. As Dr. Lisa Mosconi explains, menopause can put the brain in a vulnerable state, but it does not automatically trigger dementia. Many other factors, including genetics, lifestyle, and overall health, play a huge role. Acknowledging the fear and then replacing it with this factual understanding is the first step toward taking control of your brain health. Your proactive toolkit for brain health, the solution. Now that we've separated fear from fact, let us move into the most empowering part of this conversation: what you can do about it. The menopausal transition is a critical window of opportunity to be proactive about your long-term brain health. The strategies we're about to discuss can not only help alleviate brain fog now, but may also significantly reduce your risk of dementia later in life. Let's frame this as a holistic plan, covering hormone therapy, lifestyle changes, and targeted nutrition. Part 1. The conversation about menopausal hormone therapy. MHT menopausal hormone therapy, or MHT, is one of the most effective treatments for many menopausal symptoms, but it has a complicated history. Early results from the large Women's Health Initiative (WHI) study suggested that MHT, when given to women much later in life, often their 60s and 70s, could actually increase dementia risk. This created a great deal of confusion. However, more recent research has led to the critical window hypothesis, which changes the story. This hypothesis suggests there is a crucial window for starting MHT, during perimenopause, or within the first 10 years of menopause, generally before age 60, when started during this window. Some large observational studies suggest that MHT is not only safe for the brain, but may even be protective. For instance, one meta-analysis of observational data from over 6 million women found that those who started estrogen-only therapy in midlife had a significantly reduced risk of developing Alzheimer's disease compared to those who didn't take. It is important to remember that these are observational findings, not proof from a randomized trial, and they don't mean MHT is a magic bullet. How might it work? By replenishing the estrogen your brain is missing. MHT may help restore brain energy, metabolism, support neurotransmitter function, and reduce neuroinflammation. This can lead to a direct improvement in brain fog, better sleep by reducing night sweats, and a more stable mood. The research is still evolving, and the effects can differ based on the type of hormone, the dose, and individual health factors. MHT is not a one-size-fits-all solution. The decision must be a personalized one, made in conversation with a knowledgeable healthcare provider. But for many women, starting MHT within that critical window is a powerful tool for both immediate relief and potentially long-term brain protection. Part 2. The foundational lifestyle pillars. Whether you choose MHT or not, these lifestyle pillars are the non-negotiable foundation of brain health. Pillar 1. Move your body. Regular physical activity is arguably the single most effective thing you can do for your brain. Aerobic exercise like brisk walking, swimming, or cycling increases blood flow to the brain, delivering vital oxygen and nutrients. It also boosts a molecule called brain-derived neurotrophic factor (BDNF), which acts like fertilizer for your brain cells, encouraging the growth of new neurons and strengthening connections. Strength training is also critical for managing insulin sensitivity, which is directly linked to brain health. Aim for a mix of at least 150 minutes of moderate aerobic activity and 2 strength training sessions per week. Pillar 2. Fuel your brain with a Mediterranean-style diet. The food you eat directly impacts your brain. The Mediterranean diet is consistently recommended for cognitive health because it is rich in antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds. Focus on healthy fats. Omega-3s, south from fatty fish like salmon and sardines, plus walnuts and flax seeds, are essential building blocks for brain cells. Antioxidants. Eat a rainbow of fruits and vegetables. Berries and leafy greens are packed with compounds that fight oxidative stress, a key driver of brain aging. Phytoestrogens. Foods like soy, chickpeas, and lentils contain plant-based compounds that may offer some weak estrogen-like support. Limit processed foods and sugar. A diet high in sugar and processed foods can promote inflammation and insulin resistance, both of which are bad news for your brain. Pillar 3. Prioritize restorative sleep. Sleep is when your brain does its housekeeping. During deep sleep, your brain's lymphatic system actively clears out metabolic waste, including amyloid. Menopause often disrupts sleep due to hot flashes and anxiety, which can make brain fog feel even worse. Prioritizing sleep hygiene is essential. Keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. Stick to a consistent sleep schedule. Avoid caffeine and alcohol in the evening. Create a relaxing wind-down routine. If you're still struggling, talk to your doctor. Tackling sleep issues can have a dramatic and immediate impact on your cognitive function. Pillar 4. Master your stress. Chronic stress is toxic to your brain. It floods your system with the hormone cortisol, which, in high levels, can damage the hippocampus, your brain's memory center. Finding effective ways to manage stress is crucial. This could include mindfulness and meditation. Even a few minutes a day can lower cortisol and calm your nervous system. Deep breathing. Simple breathing exercises can instantly shift you out of a fight-or-flight state. Time in nature. Spending time outdoors has a well-documented restorative effect on the mind. Pillar 5. Stay socially and mentally active. Your brain thrives on novelty and engagement. Challenge your brain regularly to build what is called cognitive reserve, a buffer that helps you withstand age-related changes. Learn something new. Take up a new language, learn an instrument, or enroll in a class that excites you. Play games, puzzles, crosswords, and strategy games are great for exercising your cognitive muscles. Stay socially connected. Strong social ties are profoundly protective for the brain. Engaging conversations and group activities provide powerful mental stimulation. Navigating this transition can feel overwhelming, but you don't have to do it alone. If this conversation resonated with you, please consider sharing this video with a friend, a sister, or any woman in your life who might be silently asking these same questions. And I'd love to build a community in the comments. What has your experience with brain fog been like? Have you found any strategies that have made a real difference? Sharing your story can provide immense comfort and practical help to someone else walking the same path. Finally, if you found this information valuable and want to keep learning how to take control of your health, please subscribe. We're committed to bringing you science-backed, empowering information to help you thrive. Let's return to that moment of fear when your memory fails you. I hope that now you can see that moment through a different lens. For the vast majority of women, the brain fog of menopause is not the beginning of dementia. It is a physiological response to one of the most significant hormonal shifts of your life. It's real, it's valid, but in most cases, it is also temporary. We've learned that menopause is a neurological event, one that fundamentally changes your brain's energy and chemistry. We've drawn a clear line between the transient, reversible nature of brain fog and the progressive decline of dementia. And most importantly, we've outlined a powerful, proactive toolkit you can use to support your brain today and protect it for a lifetime. The journey through menopause is not about decline. It's about adaptation. It is a powerful invitation to become the CEO of your own health. By understanding the why behind your symptoms, you strip them of their power. By embracing strategies like a brain-healthy diet, consistent exercise, restorative sleep, and stress management, and by considering all your options with a trusted doctor, you are not just fighting brain fog. You are actively building a more resilient, healthier brain for the future. You aren't broken. You aren't losing your mind. You are in a period of profound transition and armed with knowledge. You have the power to navigate it with confidence and clarity.